Frank, what do you think? Kobe and the big three?
I can't spell rhetorical either. I don't know, with all due respect to Ice Cube, I think it might be beneath Kobe Bryant.
Yeah, I don't think
No
Kobe's going to be hanging out in the big three. He's going to be producing more movies and making Oscars. But welcome to The Jump. I'm Jorge Sedano, in for our fearless leader, Rachel Nichols. Today, I'm thrilled to be joined by my man, Frank Isola. Frank, a lot of stuff to get into today.
Where's everybody?
Yeah, it's just you and me today. It's just a little special action we got today. Ben Simmons has his sights set on the Celtics. Do the Sixers have enough to beat them? We'll discuss that in just a moment. But first, we begin with the pretty big news from a pretty reliable source here. Over the weekend, Klay Thompson's father, Mychal Thompson, told a group full of reporters and people at a party to promote the Thompson Family Foundation the following. Klay's going to retire in the Warriors uniform. He's going to play at Chase Center. And he's not going to be at Chase Center as a visiting player. He's going to be a Warrior for the next 7 or 8 years. So, Frank, we take Mychal at his word, and of course, would we see Klay fulfilling his potential if he stays long-term with the Golden State Warriors?
So now this isn't tampering because it's the father.
Right.
Not because he's a Laker employee.
Right.
Because he's the father of
Well, and he's also saying that he's going to stay there. He's not saying he's coming to the Lakers.
Yeah, but he is talking about he should stay with Golden State, and every team would want Klay Thompson. Think about how much he sacrificed over the years. And now when they went out and got Kevin Durant, Klay Thompson still does all the little things. Every team in the league would love to have a guy like Klay Thompson. Shooting is at such a premium. He can defend. He's been a terrific part of that unit. And I'll tell you what, if you're the Golden State Warriors, you better do everything in your power to make sure that Klay Thompson stays on that team.
Yeah, my guess is the extension is going to come sooner rather than later for Klay Thompson. He's the perfect 3-and-D type of player in this league. And he's more than just a 3-and-D type player. Clearly, he's a franchise cornerstone. But, you know, people wonder, does he want more than what he has, right? He's the third guy on this team, basically, with Kevin Durant and Steph Curry be 1 and 2. Maybe in some cases, some people would consider him the fourth guy. A lot of guys would be put in that position and would say, maybe I want my own thing. I don't think Klay cares. I think Klay just wants the ball.
Yeah, and I think he wants to win. And that it says something about him that he doesn't need to be the big star on maybe a different market where they're only winning 45 games. There is something to be said for being part of a terrific team. Like, let's face it, they win another championship, maybe 2 more. They go down as one of the all-time great teams, and he's a big part of it, and he's still going to get the money. And his personality kind of is to, be in the background, so to speak. He's been the backcourt mate of Steph Curry. Steph Curry gets all the accolades. Then Kevin Durant comes in. He's the 2-time Finals MVP, but a big part of that, the success, and talk to any of the guys with the Golden State Warriors, they're going to mention Klay Thompson.
But you mentioned the money. What will the money look like? Because at some point, this team is going to be up against it. They're going to have ridiculous numbers when it comes to this luxury tax or whatnot. Are they going to come to him and say, hey, Klay, maybe you have to take a little less? Is that something that could be a potential
I don't
factor?
think it will be. And remember, Kevin Durant has done that. And this summer, that'll be a big one. July 1st, 2019, what do they do with Kevin Durant? But they're opening up that new building. And, you might go 20, 30 years waiting for, a chance to have a team like this. This is a once-in-a-lifetime kind of team. That's why the Warriors have to do everything they can to keep this group together. And I think Klay Thompson, all throughout his time there, has sacrificed. Maybe he'd be willing to sacrifice a little money to keep it going.
Well, he did mention not too long ago that he would take less to stay at Golden State. The question is always how much less, right? It's easy to say that, but to actually put it on paper is a different discussion. And look, sacrificing is easy when you say it out loud. When you have to go through it, it's more difficult. Now, in these guys' cases, they've done it, right? They've put their money where their mouth is, so to speak, when it comes to sacrificing minutes or roles or whatnot.
And I think Klay Thompson, to me, that's been his run in Golden State, that he sacrifices. Whenever they're playing, a top back court, he always defends the better guard. So he's always been sacrificing for Steph Curry. And then look at some of the games that he's had. When they almost lost to Oklahoma City a few
Oh my God, he
years back,
saved them. Yeah.
He had that unbelievable, third quarter, fourth quarter. He's had some remarkable games during this run.